Hello, 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 everybody. This is the Heart Pirates TCG, and I'm just bringing you another video, round 2 of the tournaments at my local, tournament at my locals. This is round 2. These players are both 1-0. I'm actually only recording table 1 at all of these games just so I can bring you the best content that I can, and give you the best games that I can, some interesting games, some exciting ones. So we have 2 of the Titans in the meta. We have Smoker versus Whitebeard. Now, obviously, Whitebeard is fantastic, but Smoker, actually Black, has a lot of answers to what Whitebeard wants to do and can put up some big bodies. So, real quick, want to shout out my Patreons real quick. Coming at the top, we got King of the Pirates, Mr. David himself. And then we have the Navy Admiral. We got Alessandro, and then we got a member of the Worst Generation. We got Alan B. So, thank you guys for your support. Appreciate you a lot. If you guys want to join our Discord, be sure to check out the link below. We got a bunch of people in there so far. We got around like 90-ish, 100 almost. So it's just been a very fun time hanging out, talking to you guys, seeing what your thoughts are. But yeah, anyway, back to this game. So Whitebeard on turn 1, he actually went second, which is what you should be doing. You want to go second with Whitebeard. Pretty much, I feel like every deck wants to go second. Just that extra card in the Dawn is just really powerful. Whitebeard played Moby Dick, and then our Smoker played Smoker. Okay, so alright, so Smoker played Smoker, right? So what Smoker does is he, if there is a character with 0 when he attacks, he gains 2,000 attack. So I'm going to be putting all of these characters on the screen for you as we play this game. And then it looks like it looks like our red player actually decided to play Atmos. He's a 4/6, and he's just a vanilla. And then he passes it back to, it looks like he passes it back to our Smoker. Smoker puts one Dawn on Smoker, and then he goes ahead and minuses 1 cost to the Atmos, and then he goes ahead and plays Kobe, and Kobe discards 1 card and then kills something that's 3 cost or less. So that's what Kobe does. Like I said, Black has a lot of answers for what Red wants to do. So it's gonna be very interesting, like how this game plays out. Now definitely Red can easily win. I mean, it's a very powerful deck, but it can be put in some awkward situations. While Black they might be discarding cards, but they're gonna get them right back whenever you attack their life. So it's gonna be a very, very, very interesting a thought process. So real quick, guys, I think if you guys have watched my last video, I think if you watched my last video, I said that Whitebeard is going to be the best deck in the format. I still kind of agree with that. It's just his ability to make you have less Dawn. Like, you have to build your deck a certain way to combat Whitebeard, because you have to build a big board while also swinging at the leader every single turn with your leader. So how you do that is going to be a very, very interesting, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a very interesting way to build your deck, because you just have to keep that in mind. Like, if you're not swinging at his leader, he's going to have 14, 15 cards in his hand. You're never going to get through. And you're going to die to his Moby Dick characters. Like, they're swinging for like 10,000. Like, he has like 4 or 5 swings for 10,000. You're never going to survive that. Looks like Whitebeard swings for 1, and then our Smoker player takes that, and then he plays a Marco. Now, for those of you who don't know, Marco is a 4/5 blocker. Whenever he is KO'd, if you have 2 or less life, then you can discard a Whitebeard Pirates card to play him rested. So he literally, like a phoenix, reborns himself, which is very, very cool, because like sometimes when you're going for lethal and you want to take out these characters, like Marco can just take a hit and then just put himself right back up there. Like, a hit you can't counter out of, you can just take it with Marco and then play it, like discard like a dead card in your hand, or like a 1k counter. Like, it's a very, very good card. And like, when you're trying to stop them from getting lethal and you can't get that marker off the field, that's another big body that they're swinging for at least 7 with Moby Dick. It's just a very, very powerful strategy. Looks like our Whitebeard player, there's no way the Whitebeard player is already at 2 life. At least I don't think, right? Was I not paying attention, guys? Is he at 2 life? it's our Smoker's turn here. How does he want to play this? I mean, he's very low right now. It's 2-4. Now this game was quick. This game went by pretty quickly. I was kind of just like skimming through, making sure like the lighting was good and all that. I think we fixed the lighting on this one. We haven't had any problems so far. My last video had a little bit of lighting issues on like on the right of the screen. Like it was hard to see the Momonosuke and the Raizo, but it looks like he's debating playing Sakazuki here. I think that would be a solid idea. Now, he would use his 6 Dawn and KO the Marco, but Marco can regenerate himself now that he has 2 Dawn. But you just make him discard that card. Now, you're going to be discarding a card too. He's going to discard the, looks like Helmeppo to kill the Marco. Then he's going to discard something to replay the Marco. He has a ton of cards in his hands, so I'm sure it's something. He has something. He's going to discard, looks like, is that Kingdu? It looks like Kingdu. Kingdu is also a 5/7 vanilla. That's pretty much what Whitebeard does. Their entire game plan is just to play like 2 to 3 cards that are vanillas, and then just like beat you down the last turn of the game with Moby Dick and just kill you in 1 turn. Like it's a very different take on red, because red is usually like kill you before turn 4. This one's like kill you after turn 4. So wow, I mean, what a change, right? And then he goes ahead and puts 2 on Kobe and swings at Marco for 5. Now he's probably just gonna take this, or maybe counter out of it. Marco dies, and then he puts himself. Is Marco not once per turn? Actually, that's crazy if he's not. Marco is not once per turn, guys. Wow, that is crazy. Marco's a little bit better than I thought he was. Yeah, so it's just on KO. So it's just pretty much an infinite loop here. As long as he has cards to discard. Looks like he discarded another Seaquake, and looks like he, I guess he just discarded something else. I guess another Kingdu. So I guess he revived him a couple times now. Then he's gonna play Squard, and what Squard does actually he does minus 4,000 to a character, minus 4,000 power, to a character on your opponent's side of the field, and then you take a life from your hand. You take a life, basically, kind of like Sanji, where you take a life and then do something, right? But he minuses 4,000. So this is your way to. This is basically like your Super Otama into a Jet Pistol. But then, actually, instead of Jet Pistol, he's going to play Vista, and Vista's going to kill a Sakazuki. Then he's going to swing 6 at his life. Guys, taking damage against white, it's such a hidden. It's just like such a double-edged sword, right? Because if you don't want to take life. You don't want to take life a lot against Whitebeard, but then again, like, you kind of need cards in your hand to combat Whitebeard. So it's just such a hard position to be in. I think Whitebeard is just the best deck in the game right now. I don't think it's a debate at this point. People say Kinemon, like, people say Kinemon's gonna be really good. I think he is gonna be really good. I just think Whitebeard's gonna be better. Because just swinging at 6, you have to have 2k counters in your hand to counter out of that, or two 1k counters, and that's just so negative, you know. It's so negative. It's not looking good for our Smoker player here, though. I mean, it's still, you know, obviously 1 life to 3 life, so he's still within obviously lethal range, but he has that Marco, and then he actually plays the Bartolomeo, who's just a 2-cost blocker. It's kind of looking like he's built up that wall. He takes the last life, and he's at no life now. He's playing a dangerous game here. But this is when, if he can survive this turn, this is when Moby Dick really takes its it really shows its worth here. And for you guys that don't know, Moby Dick is every character that's a Whitebeard pirate. He gains plus 2,000 on your turn. That's a lot of, like, that's just a lot of power. And the fact is, like, when you have 5 characters on the field, I mean, he could have Ace next turn too. Like, he doesn't even need to commit Dawn to his characters, because he can just, like, he automatically has plus, like, almost 6 Dawn just from Moby Dick alone. So Smoker's in a very odd position here. How does he combat this? Now he's at 9 Dawn. He doesn't have enough for Kuzan. Even if he did, I don't know if you play it here. I mean, you kind of have to play it and kill like a Squad or something like that. Maybe kill Marco. Nah, killing Marco wouldn't be a good idea. It's just going to regenerate itself. I don't know what he does here. Maybe a Sakazuki again and then kill something, but it's just not enough. He has no tapped characters, so he kind of just has to, like, dedicate his Dawn to swinging at his life. But even if he does that, he can just either block or counter out of it. Now, he doesn't have any Dawn left, but it's a difficult position to be in. Like, Whitebeard... like, Whitebeard really sneaks up on you. Now, how does he do this? Okay, so he has a Sakazuki in his hand. That's gonna be 6 Dawn out of his 9, so he's gonna be left with 3. Then he's gonna discard another Helmeppo and killing the Squard. I made the right call, guys. I knew he was gonna kill that Squard. So he kills that Squard, and now he's down to 3 Dawn. What does he do with that? I don't think there's a way for him to... I mean, maybe if he has another Kobe, kill the Vista, but, like, he just doesn't have a lot. He's going to swing 8 at his life. He's probably just going to take this with Marco and discard something. Yeah, he's going to block with Marco and then discard Sequake and just pass. And, God, that's so frustrating. Marco is so powerful, guys. So powerful. And now he's at 10 Dawn. Moby Dick is active. He has 4 characters up. Now, I don't believe Bartolomeo is a Whitebeard pirate, so I don't think he's affected by it, but I don't think it matters. He has 3 swings, but he's probably not going to swing with Marco or Bartolomeo, so technically he has 2. So he's still not in a great position here. He has to dedicate Dawn to saving himself, and he has a Sakazuki on the field, so it's not a definite win for this Whitebeard player. Not even close. So he has the Vista. Vista is a 4K, so with Moby Dick he's 6K, so he's swinging 6K at life. What does our black player have? He has a is Vista a 5? Oh no, I'm sorry. He's a 5, or he's a 3. So he's swinging 5 at life, and then he counters that with Barcelino. And then he takes a life with Whitebeard and triggers into a what is that called? God, is it Meteor Volcano? And that's the trigger is kind of like Desert Spada. You draw 2 cards and then you trash a card from your hand, discard a card. Then he's going to play Squard again. Can you play Squard? Can you use Squard's effect if you can't take a life? I don't know if you can. That's an interesting ruling there, guys. I think that might have been illegal, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm not a judge. But I don't think you can use his effect if you can't take a life. So he minus 4,000 power, and then he killed something again. He killed it again with Sequake. Gosh, I really don't think he was able to do that. That might have actually been huge for this game, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So if I'm wrong on that, just disregard me. So now our Smoker player is actually put in a very, very awkward position here, because he has 3 blockers and almost no way of getting through to his last life, because these Marcos just keep adding up. The more you kill them, they're just gonna keep summoning themselves back to the field, and they're gonna be at 5K or 7K every single turn with Moby Dick. Eventually, he's just gonna take your life and kill you. I think if he doesn't kill him here, then he loses, because I don't think he can defend himself next turn. He has 10 Dawn with the 2,000 power to all of his characters. He can have all of those can be 4K or 2K counters in his hand. It still wouldn't be enough. It wouldn't be enough. So he's gonna swing Kobe 3-3 at, or 4-3 at Vista. And then Vista's going to go down, which is smart. Then he's going to put 1 on Smoker, and then put something at -1 cost. Then he's going to swing at Whitebeard. Whitebeard's going to counter out, and then he's going to play a Kainu. Ooh, this is not good. He's going to play Kuzan. And then he's going to draw a card, and now he has 5 Dawn left, it looks like. And then he's going to play Barcelino with 4 Dawn, and then he's going to pass with, looks like 1 Dawn up. Does he have, I don't think they play anything for 1 Dawn other than Ice Age, maybe? I think this might be game, possibly, for our Smoker player. Now he has Squard, double Marco, Bartolomeo, and our Whitebeard. but he does have 1 blocker and 2 life, so he has to deal, essentially, he has to do 3 life total with his 1, 2, 3, 4 attacks. Can he do that? He's gonna swing he's gonna swing 7 at life, and this is an awkward position to be in. Do you use Barcelino already and then discard a 2k counter? Because I know you have one in your hand. Either way, because then that Barcelino is going to die. Gosh, it's just such a hard position to be in. And he has so much Dawn up that he can just like use that on ace and like be completely protected. He counters out of that for 8, discards a 2k counter and then a smoker, which might have been the right call, might have not been. I'm not entirely sure. Probably in this situation, that's the right call because you want your Barcelino to live, to have possibly lethal next turn. So I think he did the right call there. He made the right call. Then he's separating his Dawn, our Whitebeard player. He has all 10 left, and he's swinging at 7s and 5s and all this crazy stuff. So how does he do this? Because I don't think he can finish him. Unless he's like really risky and swings with the, oh my god, he puts 5 on Bartolomeo and swings at 7, I believe. Bartolomeo's a 2-2, or he could be a 2-3. I think he's a 2-2. He swings at 7, he goes ahead and takes that. And then Whitebeard is also going to swing at 7. And he has 2 cards in his hand. One's a Rosinante, one is a 2k counter. I think it's Tsuru. And then our Barcelino is going to just take that. I think he should have just used Barcelino to counter out. Oh, nope. And then he's going to swing 9 at life. And that's the game right there. That is the game right there. I think if he had a 2k counter, I think he actually might win that. If he had a 2k counter, because then he had a 2k, he had a 1k. All he needed was a 2k counter to stall that, and I think he actually wins that game. Tough battle, actually. That was much closer than it actually looked. Wow, that was just unlucky. He lifed into the Akainu, and it cost him, or the Sakazuki. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning into this game. I'm gonna be posting round 3 in a little bit, and then round 4, and then I'm posting my final round on my Patreon for my Patreon people. So thanks for the love and support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.